Chill.
Well, what is going on, y'all? It's part 3 of the Toyhax upgrades. So it's not the third video about Transformers I've done, but it is the third upgrade video on specifically the Toyhax upgrades. I do have a playlist now that has all the various Transformers things that I've done. So, that's just some of the little unboxings that I've done. I think I've only done one or two of those. And then the upgrade for Ultra Magnus, the DNA design Ultra Magnus upgrade, the Soundwave upgrade for his hands to get them fully posable fingies, and then just the Toyhax upgrades as well. And then, like I said, I have some other figures that eventually will show up. They're third party, so I don't usually review just like the random or the normally released figures. There's a lot of people that do those. I more just talk about some of the more third party stuff. But anyways, so yeah, we're doing part 3 of the Toyhax upgrades. So we've got, this is Planet X, Vulcan, and I think this is the metallic version of Grimlock. So he's kind of the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron figure. He's about he's like I said, he's about a Voyager style or Voyager size figure. He's 9 inches or so. But yeah, he's pretty sweet. He's definitely a little bit bigger than some of the other Voyagers, like in terms of mass, in terms of heft. But he's worth it. So the only downside on this guy that I did have is his hands were a little loose on the wrist, like a little loosey goosey. So if he was holding this sword, it might try to fall, like it might try to just flop down. So what I did do, let's see if I can get a shot of that. Let's see if you can see that. So like right in here, you can kind of see that white paper. I stuck some, I grabbed a Kleenex, I ripped off a piece, and I popped off the hand, and I just shoved some tissue paper or Kleenex into that port, and then I slid it back on as a mushroom peg, and I just slid the hand back on. I did that on both sides, and that made it to where this hand is just it's a lot more solid, so you can get a lot more dynamic posing. So like I said, if you're holding the sword, he does have a shield that you can peg into the deltoid, the shoulder area. But if he wants to hold it, like I remember whenever I first opened this figure, holding that shield was, he could hold it straight, but like it was always trying to move a little bit. So that helps. If you have this figure, if you have any other figures that have just like loose joints, that's a really easy fix to do. That's a free fix that you can do on, just get those joints a little bit tighter. Some people do, I think it's like floor polish or plastic polish. It's something like that to give it a little bit more friction. But if you don't want to do any permanent modifications to your figure, you can do, the tissue paper or like tissue paper, toilet paper, Kleenex, anything with just a little bit more friction in there. And, there is a little white, that you can see. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go get I have a black ballpoint pen, and I'll just kind of just fill that in. Like, who cares? Nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to notice it until I tell them, like, oh, hey, I stuck some Kleenex in there. But anyways, so we'll, do that if you have any loose joints on your figures. But what I wanted to do is I want to swap over to the screen share real quick and just talk about, kind of what we're doing. Let's go to the first page real quick. So, this one is still kind of in between where they, they're just going to be pointing at the different pieces I need to upgrade or, put the sticker on. But on the actual sheet, which you probably can't see that since I'm, using the smaller version, but on the sheet, it actually does say claws, tail top, leg, eyes, all that good stuff. So it seems like I said, it's kind of in between where, it's not numbered on here and it's not numbered on the website, but it is at least like sort of labeled where it goes, which that'll be a big help. This one actually comes with 2 sheets. It'll be that silver sheet and then a white sheet with, I think the white sheet's going to have just like the clear labels. So, not too bad. We're not going to have too much guesswork going on, which is always nice. But yeah, we'll be putting some pretty good stuff on here. I think the sheet comes with Dinobot and Autobot labels, but we'll be sticking with the Dinobot labels just to match the Fans Toys stuff, that the Fans Toys figures I have. Even though, this guy isn't in scale with those, he's still a Dinobot, so I'm going to throw that on there. Keep him in their own faction. But there is going to be quite a few little small details I'm going to have to do. So just all across this tail is going to be some upgrades on the top of the tail and then on the sides as well. So, might take a little bit longer. Luckily, I'll be using the handy dandy, whatever this thing is called. Oop, if I can pick it up. It's like a spudger, or it's probably not even a spudger. I think a spudger is more like for, electronic repairs. But, it came with my grooming kit. But this thing has been a lifesaver. You just, stick the sticker on there. You kind of get it in the right spot, and then you can kind of use it to flatten it out. So that'll be cool. And then as a little small upgrade that we'll be doing, and I guess, well, I've got it in the big section, or in the, full screen. This is the sticker sheet. So like I said, it's got markings on there as to what, where things go and all that good stuff. So that'll be pretty sweet. Let me show you this real quick. So on the Grimlock figure, let's see, his head's kind of, so you can see right here and on the bottom jaw, so on the top, top and bottom jaw, you've kind of got that screw hole just exposed. And on the other side, it's just kind of just normal molded plastic. So, it's kind of unsightly, but I didn't realize it at the time. But just looking at the fans or the Toyhax photos, I realized that my figure actually came with a bag with this little molded, it's model kit style, plastic pieces, and I didn't know what it was. Like whenever I opened it up, I was like, I don't know what this is. You look at the instructions, and a lot of times the instructions are like translated from, I would assume, Chinese into English, so they kind of are just vague about what things, they're vague about what goes where, or like how things work. So I didn't know what this was, and I, tried to Google it and stuff. I was like, what is this piece that comes with it? And I couldn't really find an answer. But I think it's just the plug holes for the nose and the bottom jaw. So we'll be doing a little minor modification. Again, not permanent, which is always nice because, as I said in the Soundwave video, if you got to sell the figure, and if a lot of people want their stuff original, or as original as you can get, these modifications aren't permanent. So that'll be nice. But anyways, like I said, we're going to swap over to the overhead camera again, just like I had for the Soundwave video. And we'll install the stickers and, get some photos with it and go from there. Okay, so real quick, I did want to point this out. On the figure, you do have some texture on the knee joints, or the knee plates, knee pads, and then on the foot there was some as well. And then I've already applied the stickers on there. But like I said, I figured I would kind of stop for a second and show this off. But what you do is actually on this sheet you get a clear sticker. I don't know if you can even tell where the lines are, for the sticker break, but those stickers just go across and they kind of create a smooth surface. And then whenever you stick, the actual colored sticker on there, I guess it's just not gonna you're not gonna see that texture through there, at least not as easily. So I'll see if I can demonstrate this. Some of these stickers on here are pretty small, I guess, just because this is a smaller figure. You gotta have smaller areas to work with. So, you kind of try to line that up as best you can, and let's see, and then there we go. So just stuck that clear sticker on there, and then I've been using this just to kind of get a little bit more grab on there. And then, you'll just stick the main sticker on there as well. So pretty straightforward, but definitely could be something you miss where, you stuck this sticker on there and then you go back and look at this and you're like, oh crap. Or like, what is this for? Because I almost did it in reverse. I almost stuck this sticker on and then stuck the clear one on top because I thought it was almost like a clear coat type thing. The instructions are pretty clear about it, but, you could definitely misinterpret it and miss it. So let's see, there we go. I like the bigger stickers, man. those are a lot easier to apply. But yeah. So like I said, I wanted to pause for a second and just kind of go over that real quick. But yeah, looking pretty good so far. I don't know if you can see that difference. So you go from this textured look to, kind of more of a, I guess this is supposed to be kind of like an energy dispersion thing. So you just get kind of like the solid outline, and then it just gradients to, kind of a pinker color on the inside. So not bad, but yeah, we'll keep on going. Okay, so this is where I am going to stop with the robot mode, at least for now. So the most the most difficult stickers to apply were actually these three belly ones. So if I don't know, like I said, I don't know if you can see that, but you've got these three triangles, and they just they just get progressively smaller in size, and they were a pain in the butt to put on. One of them almost fell off, and I nearly lost it in the abyss. And if it's with how small it is, it's gone forever. But some of the other notable ones, you've got just the Dinobot logo right here, and there was actually a clear version that I could put on, but I decided not to do that. I'm gonna stick with there was already a black square there, so I just went with that. And I think I'm going to be okay with that. So, otherwise, as I mentioned before, you've got these clear pieces that went on top, and then you stuck the sticker on top of that. But there wasn't a whole lot. You had one up here. There's not a whole lot on the actual robot mode. The only one I had an issue with is there's supposed to be one that goes here, but I couldn't really figure out which one it was on the sticker sheet. Because this part says tail bottom, tail top. I assume it might be, one of these that goes that it fits on. But I don't want to stick a sticker on there and then come back and realize that I messed up. So it could even be one of these. This one says cheek. So it honestly it could be one of these two, but I don't know. So I'm going to like I said, I stop for a second. I'm going to transform into the Dino mode and and then apply all the Dino mode stickers, and we'll just see if that works out. We'll see what's left over basically. And with that, I think we are done. So I have gotten all of the stickers applied, as best as I can. So a little troublesome one was this one. You can't really touch it because this was actually an empty gap. There was a screw hole in there. So if you touch it, like the sticker will fall through, which is just not ideal. Got that one installed. That wasn't too bad. Tedious wise, kind of the same thing as the belly ones. These ones right here, just as they kept going, they kept getting smaller and smaller. So that was a little tricky, a little time consuming just to try to get those on there. Like I said, you get you one of these little grooming tools, or just something that is a little bit more nimble than your big dumb hands. But we've got, in terms of just bonus or just some great looking additions, you've got this gold, which on the camera it looks like it doesn't really match the color, but in real life they are matching pretty good. They are almost the exact same color. I think what it is that this is kind of a shiny metallic, and it's actually painted, so it is kind of shimmering. this looks a little bit more flat, but like I said, in real life, you know, and from my eyes, it's not the same color. Like in the video, it looks like it's kind of a tan color, but it's definitely more of a gold in real life. So not sure what's up with that, but you've got that on both sides. So you've got that just, you know, that gold up at the top, and then on the bottom, you know, same thing. You've got across the bottom of the tail, almost the exact same style stickers. You know, you've got just these long strips, and then you've got the actual, you know, circle pieces that are in there as well. And then other than that, let's see. Oh, I did put the red metallic eyes on the figure. It did have the option of putting the blue eyes on there, and I think that's to make it match the G1 cartoon. But whenever I looked up the video, or I looked up, you know, just some pictures of this Grimlock in the game, he had red eyes, so I'm sticking with that. The only thing I couldn't find, which I guess it's covered up now, is let me swap over. So I had mentioned that I didn't know what this sticker was right here, and you know, I didn't know where it was, and you know, going back to the actual sticker sheet, I've used up all the stickers. So the only stickers I have left are a Autobot, a big Autobot insignia right there, a smaller one for the chest, and then I'm not exactly sure what that one is. It's another Dinobot logo. Looks almost like a maybe rescue, something like that. But yeah, no feet ones, so I don't know where that is, or you know, it's definitely not on here either. So, anyways, the last thing that we need to do, which I figured I would, you know, drop this into the regular speed instead of doing this on the fast, on the, you know, sped up. But we just need to throw these guys on there. So I'm going to take that one off and pop this one off. But I assume the bigger one is going to go on the front of the nose, or the top part of the nose. So let's see if we can do this. Grab that piece, put one of those right there, put the other one right here. So the bigger one, so it is kind of I don't know if that's going to really translate through, but it does have an angle to it. So I would imagine that it's going to go like this. This again. See if we can get that in there. There we go. So only downside on that, I don't think that's coming back out. So if you do this, just realize that's probably not going to be removable. Break this one down a little bit too. Probably the same thing. There we go. Need something a little bit flatter. There we go. That's in there now. Let's see if we can... See, the little tools come in handy. But yeah, all right. That looks a lot better. I do kind of wish I had a sticker on some of these other screw parts. You know, if they'd put, you know, some stickers for that, that would have been, you know, that would have taken it to the next level. But overall, man, this is pretty awesome. And like I said, he's going to go up there with the other Dinobots that I've got. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. So kind of like I said, an overview again. You've got the stickers on the kneecaps. You've got the stickers along the tail, on the sides, on both sides, and then on the bottom as well. You got the ones on the bottom. There's that smaller Dinobot logo on the chest. Let's see, his legs are taking the focus, but you got that Dinobot logo on the chest. The ones on his belly are covered up right now, and you know, then you've got the ones just inside these little cheek portions. You've got the one on the eye, and oh, I forgot about the ones on his. You got one on his kneecap. You got this little dot right there, kind of on the shin. It'll be on the wrist whenever you actually transform it back into robot mode. And then you've got two on the front part of the foot, and then one on the back, and then you've got, you know, some more right here. So it's just this one actually wasn't quite as intense in terms of like the amount of stickers as compared to the other Dinobots that I've had. I think the other Dinobots have had a few more stickers compared to this one, but still a great upgrade. Makes this guy really pop, and I'm excited that he's got his actual emblems. There weren't any that went on the sword or the shield, so that is a little disappointing. It would have been cool if there was if they'd put a logo on here, like if they'd put a Dinobot logo on that. Whew, that would have taken it another level. But anyways, the next one will be the Megatron that I've mentioned. I keep mentioning it. So I'm pretty excited about this one. This one's got a lot of potential on it. So, we're looking at, you got the Walther P38 insignias on there, which are pretty sweet. And all of these are kind of embossed. These are really cool. I am stoked about these. This is the first time I've actually pulled these out of the package. So, yeah, we're going to have some, and then like I said, we're getting to where they're actually numbered. So we're going to get be a little bit easier to apply these. Man, these ones on the grip, these are going to be cool. I am stoked for this one. So look out for that one. That'll probably be, sometime next weekend. I'll at least film it. But until then, check out the Dr. Britt Baker video I did. Check out the previous Transformers upgrades that I've done. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.